Hi everybody, this is a dark screen video because I ain't got time for the hate in the community of color. So I decided I wanted to talk to everybody about why um why black people call black women, mature black women, auntie. Okay? I'm gonna cover some reasons why, and I'm not gonna argue about it on this channel. I really wanted to have this conversation. I'm gonna light this candle real quick, y'all. Okay. Please don't come in here saying, "Oh, it's a term of endearment." No, it's not. And I will prove how it's not a term of endearment. It's not a term of endearment, and no one gets to tell somebody what is a term of endearment when they are being called a name. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all why people are calling black people are calling mature black women auntie. It is featureism, it is genetic competition, and it is jealousy. Okay, period. It is jealousy. I noticed that the people who are being called auntie, they got similar genetic features. They either have lips that stick out, okay? They got natural afro 4C here. They may have 4C here. They got thicker lips. They got thicker features. They might got more of a chisel jaw. Okay, so what's happening in the black community that it is featureism and they know it because if it wasn't featureism, then Beyonce would be called auntie. Then Taraji would be called auntie. Angela Bassett would be called auntie. Viola would have been called auntie. People love to call Viola queen. Why? Because her features are leaning more towards looking like Lupita's or African genetics. So basically, any black woman that looks like they're mixed with Native American is being called auntie. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Any black woman who has a deeper voice is being called auntie. It's a way of saying you're masculine without saying it and sounding featureless. It's a way of saying you look more manly. Your features are manly and mine's aren't. I'm talking to the people who love to say, call random black people, black women, auntie. Okay, Lauryn Hill showed up in a suit with this thing over it in the back with a suit on at the Meta Gallery with 4C here, and no one called her auntie because her features look like Lupita. Here's my thing. If auntie was a term of endearment, how come Africans don't call me auntie? Africans don't call me auntie. If it was a term of endearment, how come random black people on the street do not call me auntie? So, auntie is a passive aggressive way of showing self hate in the black community, genetic favoritism, and genetic discrimination within the black community, and hiding it and disguising it. Because I can bet you any money, if you were called auntie and you looked at the pictures of the women who call you auntie, their pictures would look like Lupita. They would have leaner lips, leaner noses. So people are studying, black folks are studying each other's genetic makeup, mapping each other's makeup to match, to see if it matches a monkey or gorilla. and to see if their voice sounds deep, and then saying, okay, I'm going to call you auntie. People are trying to call somebody old looking, or because they have Native American features, bigger nose, bigger lips, chiseled jaw, or 4C here. And that's just the truth. Basically, it is a battle. There's a battle going on between different sides of, between African Americans who have genetics from different sides of Africa. So basically, there are Black people with East Africa genetics battling people with West African genetics or Native American genetics, meaning it's in their features. It's colorism battles, featureism battles, and people are trying to be low-key about it with this auntie word. And that's the bottom line. So when people come out here and they want to say, oh, the reason why you're mad because somebody called you auntie because you're competing with young people. All right, I'm younger than Taraji. I'm younger than Mary J. I'm younger than Viola. I'm younger than Lauryn Hill. I'm younger than Oprah. So it's more disrespectful to call me auntie than calling them auntie. And you're not calling them auntie, you're calling me auntie, and they're literally older than me. They're literally talking, they're literally passing out wisdom on platforms that are getting way more views than I'm getting. Oprah has, Oprah wasn't even called auntie until she got up in her 60s. So why am I being called auntie when I'm nowhere near her age? I'm not even in my 50s. I'm younger than Lauryn Hill. Like, I'm not even old as Halle Berry. Mariah Carey is older than me. So I want people to understand that I am not competing with the younger generation because I don't want to be called auntie. It's because I'm not being called auntie with people that is actually almost old enough to be my auntie. Calling me auntie with people who are old enough, literally to even be my mommy. Oprah could have been my big auntie, young auntie. It's disrespectful to me. Just because I have gray in my hair and went gray very young, don't mean you get to call me auntie. If you're calling me auntie because you're assuming that I'm Mary J's age and Lauryn Hill and Taraji's age, then you're wrong. I'm not their age, and it's disrespectful. They color the gray in their hair, but believe me, they probably got way more gray than I do because they're older than me. Oprah probably got a hair, all her hair is probably white now. Taraji got plenty of gray, so do Lauryn Hill. They're coloring their hair. Okay, so if I fake it on this channel, if I put a wig on, if I color my hair, if I put gallons of makeup on, if I fake and try to make my voice sound like this, I won't be called auntie no more. So us natural women who prefer to show up as God made us, we're being called auntie, but the fake clown face women, clown headed women aren't being called auntie, who are actually well into auntie, almost grandma age. They're not being called auntie. This is exactly why I really don't satiate in the Black community. Really don't. Now, for anybody who want to come at me, I want you to explain how any of this makes sense when people act like I am supposed to compete with people who are already done with menopause, that I'm supposed to be auntie with them. Those women are done with menopause. Why am I auntie and grandma with them? I'm not. So don't call me auntie on this channel. And I mean it. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to do this. This is why I started just blocking people the moment they call me auntie. Because you're literally making me as old as all those women who are actually definitely auntie age. And I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, a 17-year-old can be an auntie. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Then call 17-year-olds auntie. Call them auntie then. 17-year-olds who are blunt and bold and walking around with 4C here, call them auntie too. And people could say, well, maybe you look old. I don't have wrinkles on my face. I don't have crow's feet. I didn't get a facelift. I didn't get liposuction. I don't wear clown makeup, and I don't look faded out in my face. So no, I don't. Gray hair isn't enough to say somebody look old in the face. My face looks young and glowy, and it ain't all wrinkled up. So don't call me auntie. Calling women auntie who is nowhere near, who's not even old as Mary J. And when they tell you not to call them auntie and you insist on it, you're probably jealous of them. Talking to the young women. And I'm so tired of the woman want to say, oh, we're young, you're old. Oh, you sound like you're competing with 40-year-old women. That's why you're saying they're old. Thinking you're going to program everybody's mind to say they're old because you're mad that 40-year-old women still look good. Stop being triggered. You're mad that they still look good and they have eggs. So you're trying to find a way to have one up on them something because you're in your 20s. And that means you're petty and you're insecure. This is why I tell women over 40, if you see young women, cross the street. Don't. Matter of fact, if you don't even talk in the comments on these platforms with them. Because soon as they feel a little jealous that you look so good for your age, and they'll try to say, oh, I see a little bit of gray in your hair, auntie, just to make themselves feel good. And it really troubles me how black people are always like never calling black people who got Lapita lips, never calling them auntie. It's like black people are obsessed with those features being the only features of queen energy. Anything that's not small and heart-shaped lips like Lapita, then you're auntie. To me, it's like saying you're the mutt of queen energy. That is what black women are saying, black people are saying about other black women who got thicker, pokier lips. Basically, they're trying to say that you're the gorilla and Lapita features is the queen of the gorillas or the queen of the land. You're just a gorilla in the village. Like, to me, that's what people are saying when they're calling women auntie who have features like Oprah and Mary J. and like mine. Is disrespectful. I already said earlier, I'm not having it out. I'm not having it out with anyone on this channel. So, Christopher, if that was your way of being toxic, you need to watch my video earlier. I kick people out. One warning. One warning. So here's your one warning. If your comment was meant to insult me, know that if you run your mouth again with an insult, you'll be blocked without warning. Okay. All right. There it is. I make perfect sense. Everybody can see that Lauryn Hill's features look like Lupita. Everybody can see that her features are similar to the girl that played in 12 Years a Slave. Everybody can see that Lauryn Hill's features is similar to those features. And that's why she's not being called auntie. And that's plain and simple. That's why Holly Berry being having black in her is not being called auntie. That's why I'm seeing that people are calling big breasted women, big boned, big breasted women who got deep voices, thick, wide lips, wide noses, big wide noses. They're calling those women auntie. Mariah Carey has an attitude. She can have an attitude. She's not being called auntie. Viola, nobody really calls her auntie. I thought you was talking to me. I said I don't know who you're talking to, Christopher. I said I don't know who you're talking to. That was the first thing I said. Anyway, as I said, yeah. It's really disrespectful to group everybody together and say, to put people that's not up in their 50s and their 60s to be putting us with those people. That is so disrespectful. Okay? It's so disrespectful. Like, I'm highly offended that people keep on putting me on the bench with Oprah. And people keep put me on the bench with Taraji. Taraji is literally my big brother's age. Taraji is literally like, Taraji is up there, is older than me. Like, this is like, wow. Like, it's just wow. And people say, oh, you could be auntie in your 20s. But no one's calling 20-year-olds, random 20-year-olds aunties out here. Nobody is calling 30-year-olds. It's like, if you put on a wig, if you put on a white woman's wig and you put makeup on, nobody calls you auntie then. Nobody calls you auntie then. But the more black you look, the more Native American you look, like the American or Blackfoot, more Blackfoot. It's like black people got some sort of negative, hateful jealousy of Blackfoot looking black people. Oh, you look hard. Your face is not as round, smooth, as rounded, completely rounded, like pancake face round. Your face ain't shaped like that. So you're auntie. But then soon as us women who you calling auntie go ahead and your man is looking at us, then you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to look stupid. When you see us women you're calling auntie walking down the street with a man 15 years younger than us, then your mouth hits the floor. Well, because you thought you knew our age and you was wrong. You thought you thought we was old as Mary J and them, and you was wrong. Period. Telling you no lie. So disrespectful. People be talking to me, calling me auntie like I'm old, like I got a child going on 30 and a grandkid or something like that. This is crazy. I'm so tired. I'm tired of 30-year-old women that's in their early 30s trying to talk to me like I'm their auntie. I'm not your auntie. I'm so tired of 30-year-old women not calling me by my first name. Want to call me miss. Don't call me miss. Okay? I'm not old enough to be your auntie. Unless your mom was able to have a baby at 9 and 8 years old. I'm not old enough to be your auntie. I'm so tired of 30-something-year-old women calling me miss and saying it in a tone like I'm 20 years older than them or 15, 20 years older than them. It's like, no, you can dismiss me. You can miss me with that. Call me by my first name. And when I say call me by my first name, they don't call me by my first name, and then I gotta go ahead and hang up the phone on them. I didn't told a couple of women on this channel who's in their 30s to call me by my first name. And they refuse to because they want to be disrespectful. They want to be passive aggressive. They want to talk to me like I'm Mary J. and Taraji's age when I'm not. They want to talk to me like I'm Holly Berry's age or Mariah. I'm not none of their age. I'm younger than them. You call me by my first name, I'll call you by your first name. This is why I don't have any female friends, really. I roll solo. Because whenever I try to make friends, female friends that's in my age range, in a 10-year age range with me, they love to try to call me auntie. They love to talk to me like I'm auntie. And they be the same women talking to me with relaxers and hot presses. Or they got 3A here or 4A here. Or they got leaner lips and leaner noses. So basically, they think they can call me auntie because our features is different. When yet, I'm not old enough to be their auntie. Disrespectful. Y'all. Serious. I'm done. Let a woman in their 30s talk to me like I'm their auntie, and I'm literally just like talk to the hand this. I'm gonna call them ma'am. I'm gonna be like, yes, ma'am. They're gonna be like, please don't call me ma'am. I'm gonna be like, don't call me auntie. I'm not old enough to be your auntie. Straight up. It's ridiculous. The featureism has to stop. The featureism, the culturism has to stop. All in the black community is going on. If you ain't black culture, the ghetto black culture, then it's like, if you don't look like the ghetto black culture while looking like you have the PETA genetics, then you're auntie. Taraji wears weave. Nobody calls her auntie. Yet I remember the aunties back in the 90s was wearing weave. Yet nobody calls her auntie. And she's old. Taraji is older than me. Y'all, I'm through. Nobody's calling Erykah Badu auntie. Yeah, Erykah Badu has a sassy way to her. She has songs that are more what wisdom in them and everything. But nobody says Erykah Badu, what's up, auntie? Everybody calls her queen. Oh yeah, because she got a narrow, her face is very narrow. She don't have a wide jaw with the big lips. She don't have a wide bottom fat part of her jaws. Her cheekbones aren't as chiseled with the wide lips. So okay, she got a leaner face, so she gets to be called queen. Y'all, I ain't got time for this. And if I recall, Erykah Badu's older than me. If I recall, she's my brother's age. So this has to stop. Now, this is why. And also, not every black person do black culture. Not every non-African, but black Native American person does black culture or does black language. First of all, I don't have any African ancestors. I did my genealogy. I didn't see pictures of my great-great-grandparents. I didn't see paintings of them. They was not African. They was Native American. So my problem is when somebody called me black language, the ghetto black language of auntie is very offensive since I don't have Lupita Jeanette ancestors in my family tree. I don't give a damn what they call him. F your boyfriend. Ain't no man getting triggered by sir. I don't give a damn. Fuck you. Like for real, I ain't trying to hear it. Fuck you. Like don't even compare men with women. Like spare me. Okay? Just spare me. Because when women be called sir, when men get called sir, it's not calling them old, so shut the fuck up with that. Like, just shut the fuck up with that. Okay? Okay, I don't give a fuck. Just shut the fuck up. Like for real, I don't even want. I'm telling motherfuckers to shut the fuck up on this topic. Since y'all want to be ghetto and call random people auntie, I'm gonna talk to y'all motherfuckers like y'all ghetto. Okay, I'm like Mary J. Dismiss me, bitch. Like dismiss me with it. Calling some man 46-year-old man, sir, is not the fucking same. It's calling some woman whose daughter is not even pushing 30 and calling her auntie. You could dismiss me, bitch. I'm not as old as Mary J. I'm not as old as none of them motherfuckers. Taraji, none of them. So don't call me auntie at all, bitch. Like, don't. I don't give a fuck what they call your man. I don't give a fuck what they you say what it called. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Okay? I already said somebody argue with me, I might call you out your name. Y'all love calling me auntie. I'm gonna call you out your name. I think you're a bitch. You think I'm auntie? Okay, we both thinking some shit about each other. You sound like a bitch, and you say I sound like an auntie. So, bitch, auntie. There it is. It does mean that. It does the fuck mean that. Then call fucking Lauryn Hill auntie, bitch. Call her auntie. Call Mariah Carey auntie. Call Beyonce auntie, bitch. It does mean that. It's featureism, and you fucking know it. I looked at all the women and the celebrity women who are being called auntie, and they got all similar features. Their genetics look similar. It's featureism, bitch. That it is. Yes, the fuck it do mean that. Wasn't nobody calling nobody fucking random people, black folks, auntie in the 90s. And stop assuming that other black people want your raggedy ass language. Africans call people they know well auntie. Y'all motherfuckers is turning this shit real ghetto. Y'all don't know me like that. They be calling me auntie. Y'all don't know Oprah like that, and y'all don't know Mary J to be calling her auntie. Stop playing narcissistic ass raggedy games. Shut the fuck up. Bye, bitch. You trying to make me accept being called auntie, so I called you a bitch. If it wasn't meant that way, then young 20-year-old girls should be able to be called fucking auntie. Why ain't y'all calling their ass auntie? They old enough to be called auntie. Some of these 20-year-old women, some of these 25-year-old women who are on YouTube, sassy and smart and bold and blonde, why y'all motherfuckers ain't calling them auntie? Oh, okay, so shut the fuck up. It is ageism, bitch. It is. And it's passive aggressively with a shady undertone, and you know it. Fuck out of here. I got an older sister and two big brothers, 4-5 years older than me. Shut the fuck up with that auntie shit. I got an auntie that's Oprah age. Shut the fuck up with the auntie shit. Don't call me auntie when I have an auntie that is literally up there with Oprah and all the motherfuckers, like in age. So don't call me auntie. I'm not even among the oldest in my family. In the younger generation in my family. I'm next to the youngest in my family. So don't call me fucking auntie. And I'm not into your black street language. Keep that shit in your own hood. Getting too familiar. And if it wasn't meant that way, why the fuck I ain't been called auntie in these streets? How come it's only people online saying it? Because you motherfuckers can hide your tone. When you writing auntie in these comments, you know that can't nobody hear your tone of voice. That's why the fuck you doing it in the comments. I'll never hear some random black woman being called auntie by a random person out in these streets. So y'all are fucking doing it to be ignorant online. Y'all are. All the videos showing random people being called auntie in the street, people are saying, who are pranking and doing it, people are saying, don't call me auntie, bitch, you don't know me. So that tells you right there in all the prank videos on YouTube. Just because somebody can't hear the tone of your voice in these comments don't mean motherfuckers don't know how you meant it. Shut the fuck up. Some of y'all all faded and wrinkled and shit, looking all old in the face, calling somebody auntie. Fuck out of here. I get offended because I didn't get Botox and lipo and all and facelifts like J Lo and all them celebrities, and yet my shit don't look like theirs looked before facelift. And yet calling me auntie, you could dismiss me. Beyonce and all of them got work done. I ain't got no work done, and my face looks like I got work done. It looked like I got work done, and I didn't. So don't call me fucking auntie. Period. There's people on this channel who asked if I'm wearing makeup. They can't tell whether I'm wearing makeup or not. Yet I don't wear foundation, but it looks like it because I don't look, because I'm not old as Mary Jane on, and I don't look old. So stop calling me auntie. If auntie is also an age group, if I don't look old as them women before getting facelift, don't fucking call me auntie. I'm younger than them, plus I look younger than them. So don't call me auntie. I don't look like a monster. I don't look like I got work done. None of that. I don't wear makeup, and yet my face looks like I'm wearing makeup. So don't call me auntie. Y'all. Period. Now, I wasn't going to mention my age, but since people don't know how to understand me when I said don't call me auntie, I guess I'm gonna have to clear the shit up on this channel. I know people younger than me offline who know me personally don't even call me auntie because they know I'm not old as Mary Jane them. So it's like, why they're not calling them auntie? Don't call me auntie. The hell? I'm not old as Queen Latifah, none of them. So don't call me fucking auntie, okay? Woo, child. I'm not old as MC Light. Look, the girls from 808, some of them are older than me. The girls from 808, they're in their 50s and shit. I think, if I recall, TLC, all of them is older than me. Don't call me auntie. All right, bye, everybody. I'll see y'all later.